You're listening to What's Your Damage? The world's best Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition narrative-heavy actual play podcast inspired by Filipino mythology. We release new episodes at least every other week, sometimes more if we're feeling spicy. And now, on to the show.
As our tale begins again, hello, one and all. Welcome to the first inaugural Rapid Fellowing. I have with me an assistant, she says, as the door transforms into a very small shape, and coming through it is a little red kobold. You notice that this little kobold, he's keeping very close to Corgan LeFae. As she walks past you with him in tow, you notice that he has multiple knife wounds or healed knife wounds. And danged if you don't remember knifing a kobold. Rizz, for some reason, you felt like a somewhat kinship with Wobbles almost immediately as soon as he talked about how calm he was. The only person who notices this would be Vercevaron. She hits a button on the bar behind her, and suddenly a siren starts and red lights are flashing. It's like, oh no, we are being attacked. These adventurers are kind of petrified of this attack that's apparently going to go on. The potion dealer, he does not give a rip.
Well, no, because, like, the one right next to me, like, pissed me off, so I'm just gonna, like, fucking whack him with my mace.
Oh, no me gusta. We're going to a distant land.
Okay.
My name is Liwayway and I don't know where I am. Ha cha cha!
He's holding out his sword in like what you can only imagine is probably what he does whenever he sees a mirror and is alone with himself, which is making a hero pose.
Nice self-insertion.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
The only successful role was Okaat hiding a flirt.
Was any lesson learned?
You go first.
Nope, not the lesson.
We cut to the inside as you hear a crang, and then the broiest spectral high five, horn high five, from outside. The kobold is kind of is shaken by that, and he looks at you, and he speaks in Draconic, if anybody speaks Draconic.
Yo.
Oh, hey, so you're hearing this whole conversation. Okay.
I feel like we cut back in and the three of them are just sitting there playing Parcheesi.
The wrong way again.
Well, it's only been 6 seconds.
As he says in Draconic to you, Liwayway, yeah, my friends are in reserve.
In reserve for what?
And Corgan goes, oh, what are you two talking about as our fearless heroes deal with problems? As she makes her way over to you. And you see the little kobold shut down.
Oh, we were talking about how good they're going to do out there. You know, because it sounds like it's going pretty well. Actually, let's go see.
And she's gonna, like, grab his hand and start heading in that direction.
As you grab his hand and start to head out that way, quicker than a hiccup, her hand also grabs his other wrist, and she goes, no, he will stay here. As he's like, Wobbles, what are you, when you see this play out, what are you thinking? What are you doing?
Well, he's super suspicious because everyone's freaking out, but she only cast calm emotions on him.
So he's suspicious, calmly suspicious of her and all the nervous people, because
Welcome to my world, brother.
I think when she walks over, he's gonna drop something he was fiddling with, like making it look like it's an accident, but with the intention of making her stumble to break concentration on calm emotions.
Okay.
Knowing it'll probably fail because she seems like more than a level 3. I'll say that.
Yeah, as it seems like as you drop that thing to kind of like trip her up, she just very dexterously places her foot right past it, just keeping going so she can quickly grab this little kobold by the other arm.
Oh no, my cup. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's no problem. Yes, you are not. The air is not made for graceful movements, she says, as she holds the kobold, and she goes, yes, I don't want to put him in danger. Do you want to put him in danger?
I'm not.
I think you are.
No, I'm pretty good at judging these kind of things.
As we start to have this standoff between Liwayway and Corgan and Wobbles being like, what's going on here? We cut back outdoors to the fight, where we have the guy that got punched in his GD gob goes again against Okaat, and that's going to miss. So he's radiant and beautiful, a gorgeous shade of violet. But he swings, and Okaat, you dodge underneath him. So quick, so dexterous. And
I'm a leaf on the wind.
and Rizz, the guy after being lifted, after being lifted to the heavens and landing and running back towards you, he takes a big swing at you with his big club. As I like to imagine that Rizz is a tank. And so Rizz, as his club swings, you just hold out your arm and you get it at the perfect pivot point. So even though it hits against you, it's just the slightest tap. It's like, because you put your arm up to block it. With that, Vercevaron, what would you like to do?
If I move up behind Rizz, can I reach with my quarterstaff and try to jab non-lethal damage at the bugbear? Hassling her?
I'll say that the door is opened just enough for you to jab non-lethally. Yeah, I'll give that to you. No problem.
So, staff of flowering, held aloft in two hands. Ooh, jabbed out the door. Back. And then this will, let's see, we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to do the roll attack.
Yep.
Cool. Total of 15.
Yeah, that definitely hits him.
Oh, and it's with advantage, but I guess I only need to roll the one.
Oh, yeah. But roll it again, just in case you get a nat 20.
Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. Nope.
Okay.
We'll take that 15.
We will take the 15. So what's your damage?
So now I'll roll for damage.
Mm-hmm.
What's my damage? 6.
Nice. Okay. I think this guy, with the pivot point, it perfectly exposes his rib to you as you jab out with your staff of flowering right there. As he kind of looks at you like surprised that you would hit him of all people.
Non-lethal.
Yes.
Trying to just get him quietly out of the fight. I've been told he's in here to kidnap a friend who I just learned I had minutes ago.
With that being said, as he looks surprised at you, Vercevaron, for jabbing at him, he says, like, oh, really, you? Man, that's new. As we cut to Okaat, what are you going to do?
I am going to flurry of blows. And because I have my arms of the astral self, I can reach 5 foot longer. And I'm going to do it against the bugbear that the other two have been hitting.
Now, is Flurry of Blows, can you just do your regular attack and then do the Flurry of Blows? Because Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. It is after you take the attack
Yeah.
action.
You do regular attack and then flurry of blows is when you burn your key point.
Yeah, okay.
AKA my favorite thing to use against Elliot because it just wrecks his shit every time.
I love monks. They're so cool.
Okay, so I need to do an attack first.
Mhm.
So I guess I'll do my dagger. Can I? It doesn't have to be an unarmed attack, right? No, just the attack action. Can it be against a different enemy than the first? Okay, cool.
You can just, you have like X amount of attacks and you can use it however you want to do it.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna dagger this guy.
Okay. You want to dagger the guy next to Rizz with advantage?
No, I want to dagger the guy in front of me with advantage.
Okay.
And then flurry of blows the guy next to Rizz.
Oh, okay.
The other unarmed hand. Huh, punch.
Blarg and Thrang.
Monk shit.
You're literally Jotaro. Okay. With a 12, actually, he kind of puts his hand down to block your dagger attack as he goes, come on, just say, come on. He just says in Goblin, please don't stab. Do you burn your flurry of blows to try to hit the other guy now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Is this also with advantage or is this normal?
Yeah. This is advantage because
because
also
it's fairy fire. Yes.
We love that fairy fire.
Love that fairy fire. You love to see it, folks.
I hate it. Okay, give me your damage. Oh no, Sadie, what's your damage? That defo hit.
3.
So,
Pew pew.
so I like to imagine that this is kind of a badass moment, even though Thrang, the Conqueror, blocked the dagger. While that's happening, while you're stabbing at him and he blocks it, you just punch the guy next to Rizz.
Not even looking over at him.
Yeah.
My arm shoots Pat like directly in front of her nose and just
Yeah.
anime style, of course.
And with own minds of their own.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just like, oh, really? He says, oh.
Also, it's two unarmed attacks with flurry of blows. So is that separate attack and separate damage rolls?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you get another attack.
Another attack.
Oh,
With
for Christ's sake. Okay. Attack with advantage. So second attack.
Wow, nat 20.
Doug, you're the best.
Doug, you're the worst.
I didn't even roll. I just reminded you.
You reminded what was due to her. Oh, man.
Well, that's all on you.
Aww.
2 1s on 2d4.
Pew pew, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. This is a very poor situation for this man. What
You know what I really like about this version? She didn't tell y'all not to kill them.
Nope.
It's true. She did not.
She, as you hit him the first time, he's like, "Oh, really?" And then I feel like you come back with a backhand with
Yes,
like
really.
horn leading. And as you actually hear this rather large creature go like, "Yip," as he looks very poorly indeed. You don't see this, Okaat, because you're not even looking at him while
I
you
am
do this.
locked in mortal combat with Brang.
Brang will remember this.
No, he won't. He's gonna be dead.
As we cut to Rizz, who has a very beaten up bugbear right in front of her.
You're welcome.
Oh, she's just gonna take another fucking swipe at this guy. Here we go.
Okay. The higher was 23. That will defo do it. Rizz, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm just gonna take a note from, or take a page out of Vercevaron's book, and I'm not gonna do lethal damage. I'm just gonna take the tip of my mace and just like fucking sack tap him until he like hopefully falls down and just stays down. I'm just gonna like knock him out and be like, just stay down, man.
So,
I'm sorry, did you say sack tap him?
sack tap. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Right in the goblinoids.
So, okay. Okay. I'm just playing the order of events in my head. So he says, "Oh, you too." He was like, "You're hitting me," and then, you too," and then backhand. He looks very poorly indeed, and then a sack tap. So, what happens in anime terms? Explain how the sack tap knocks him out.
No, I'm just imagining like it's just a kind of vaguely crushing blow to the nuts.
Oh,
So he just-
no, it was not.
Just like crumbles and falls.
I need frijoles.
Oh, as he crumples to the ground, his
Ay, Dios mío.
Literally just like stay fucking down.
As his club is a forgotten thing. He has more important things to hold right now as he slumps down.
And I will, as he slumps down, I will move up so that Vercevaron can come out.
Okay, very good. Oh, okay. He's not actually dead. That's what you see on the foundry. That's just him knocked out. He is no longer a combatant.
Also, I got to be explicit. If you walk into that area where the fairy fire is, I think it affects you.
It does, because then I have to make a saving throw, which is a dex, right?
Yeah.
So,
So I probably need to do that too.
Fine.
No, you weren't in it initially. If you move into it, you will.
if you move into it, if you move into the glowy area, you also glow. If you fail a dex save, people have an advantage against you.
Got it. Okay. I'll just stay out of that area.
That'll be an 8, so I fail.
So
That's fine.
Rizz, as you walk into this zone of fairy fire, I feel like the fairy fire is coming off the tips of your faux hawk, just kind of making it look badass as you, after sack tapping this man.
Yeah. The violet like sets off my skin tone, because I have that very like electric pink kind of skin tone. So I'm looking baller right now. It's fine.
I chose violet, assuming you were going to wade into it.
Thank you, Vercevaron. That's so thoughtful of you.
As this conversation is happening, inside we have a standoff, both holding the hands of the slightly smaller than Wobbles kobold. Corgan LeFae looks at you and she goes, I do think you don't much care for his safety, since they very much do want to do harm to him.
I mean, that is what you keep saying, but as we've kind of demonstrated, you keep repeatedly contradicting yourself and saying things that don't make any fucking sense. So,
Well, let me say this in a way that makes sense to you. Let him go.
you first.
Wobbles, what do you do?
Wobbles sees no bartender and goes, well, I guess it's an open bar now, and he goes back here, half looking for drinks, half just looking around for anything, half trying to see what Corgan, how she reacts, if him being here is a bigger deal than the kobold.
That's
so good.
I hate it, smart Parker.
How else am I gonna drink?
Slash investigate.
I did just drop my cup after all.
Oh, I hate Parker being able to be smart.
Jerry Colombo.
No, I don't want it. Okay, Parker. All right, Wobbles. Well played. Well played, my friend. So you wander to the bar, since you said...
And I'm looking for everything.
I'm going to say that something that you did notice, especially with the very scared onlookers is that every table here seems to have various books, what you would gather is books of poetry, and you see a lot on the wet bar, which are books written by a Rilke Silt. As you are gathering information back here, you get the vague impression, I think, oh, well, actually, you're a learned man, no?
Pretty learned.
I mean, a number and letters.
A man of numbers and letters, alphanumeric. Roll me a history check, my friend.
Let's see. Nice, a 9.
Yeah, you are definitely familiar with the name Rilke Silt. However, he doesn't really you don't really know what he particularly wrote about. But that's kind of inconsequential right now as you are back here searching around where Liwayway is and Corgan is. She drops the kobold's hand and she goes, "Oh, Wobbles," as she quickly makes her way back there. "What are you doing here?"
Oh, well, there's no bartender, so I thought I'd just get my own drink. You saw me drop my cup after all, and I'm stuck inside following your orders, so I'm just enjoying myself best I can till I got something else to do.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer me honestly. Because this is a safe space where you can talk to the DM and tell him things honestly. Yes, that would do.
It's a trap.
Perception check.
In Wobble's experience, do people tend to underestimate Wobbles?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something that Wobbles has. Okay.
First of every short king.
He's a very short king. In that case, roll me a deception check, but with advantage.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my goodness.
20.
Ooh.
That's a lot of 20s today, huh, folks?
3 nat 20s in this session. I am terrified statistically for the future.
Like the first double digits I've rolled all campaign.
Okay.
I mean, for a wide variety of reasons, Doug, I am terrified statistically for the future.
With that nat 20 deception, she goes, oh, poor Wobbles. No, we will serve you. Where is he? She says as she tries to make her way past you. As she does, because she is so unconcerned about you, as she squeezes past, I'm going to let you make an investigation check of her person. And based on what you roll, you may get a piece of information, or you may not.
Oh my.
Oh my. If it was another natural 20, a fitting. Okay.
19.
That was a 19.
19 total.
19. We love this for us. Okay. As she walks past you, Wobbles, you do notice something very interesting in the pocket of her dress. As you look closer, we cut back to Liwayway and the kobold.
Oh, wait. You can't just say a rogue sees something shiny in a pocket, then cut away.
He's going to steal it while you're not looking.
Yeah, he's going to definitely try and steal it.
You're going to cut back and he will have stolen it already.
I'll think about nothing else until the end of my day.
Oh yeah, I'll just steal it off screen without rolling. I like that.
Well, see, we're going to see if he is able to steal it when we cut back to him. But we cut back to theater of the mind. We cut back to the kobold and Liwayway. Liwayway, the kobold. I like to imagine that this kobold is still holding your hand. I feel like he gives it like a little squeeze. Like it's almost like he inherently trusts you.
It's like who rescued who, you know what I mean?
But Liwayway, with Corgan LeFae distracted by our short king Wobbles, what does she do?
I'll paint you a slight picture, because Rizz called it last session, and I don't know if it got heard or not. When Liwayway is ticked off, and she is currently extremely ticked off, she does not blink at all.
That's unnerving.
And she's been staring at Corgan with a laser fixation since they started getting into it.
Uh-huh.
So for like half a second, as Corgan's making her way fast over to the bar, her eyes are still glued on her, and then she just shakes herself, snaps out of it, and immediately sits down and leans into the kobold.
Mm-hmm.
And switching back to Draconic, she's like,
You don't have to answer, just nod. Or shake your head. Am I actually protecting you here, or is there something wrong with her? No, that's not a yes or no question. Is there something wrong with her?
He takes a look at her as I think now you can notice Wobbles. She is walking past Wobbles, and Wobbles' eyes are drawn to something on her. And he looks back at you, someone that he, I think, implicitly trusts for some unknown reason. And
That handhold, man, that'll get you every time.
I know. He slowly begins to nod his head.
Should I play along for now?
He looks back at her as Wobbles is doing something none of us know right now.
Rubbing his little hands together. Glee.
if I look back with him, do I see Wobbles trying to take it?
Well, we don't know if Wobbles is actually going to try that. This is a zero space, but I imagine so. If I were to use my powers of prognostication.
Okay, let's note that she noticed.
And
Just keep going.
this is a setup for later. I know it. And he nods his head again.
Okay, I can do that. But when you get a chance, tell me what's really up, okay?
At that, he points to something on the table where Peridot was. Surreptitiously.
None of us know who that is this time around.
No.
She's gonna note that and nod, but look at the table that they're at and just grab like the nearest empty bottle,
Mm-hmm.
and then like pat her clothes around till she finds like a stray coin,
Mm-hmm.
and drops it in there, and then like digs out like a pen and hands it to him. And she's like,
Can you write?
He shakes his head.
Damn.
no, now I need another one. And then she like pats her clothes again and puts another coin.
I'm just gonna have to... my hands hurt so much already. Oh, I can do it.
And she like sit there and painstakingly like gripping the pen in a way it's not meant to be gripped because her hands don't work properly. And she will write "swear jar" on the label.
As she's so committed. As she...
That's the weirdest Molotov cocktail I've ever seen someone do.
I looked at these hands were made for holding, not for writing.
Yeah. As Liwayway is doing that, we cut back to the battle outside with the bugbear holding his glory because it got hurt so bad in that exchange. Rizz is alight with fairy fire, just looking stylish as all hell. Now the bugbear, Thrain the Conqueror, surveys his friend, surveys these two on him.
On a scale of 1 to 5, how do you feel about how the battle is going right now? Would you say you are very displeased, somewhat displeased, neutral, very pleased, or somewhat pleased?
Press 3 if you need to hear these responses in Draconic.
He presses 1. I don't think he loves this for him. But I do think... Okay, so first to move is the one who was kind of checking out what was going on behind the rocks. He races forward. He's going to take that fairy fire, and let's see if he alights. Yeah, he also alights, but he runs trying to avoid you, Rizz, as he, with his action, grabs his buddy and starts to try to pull him away from you three. The one in reserve. Oh, none of this helps him. He's not Thrain the Conqueror, but he looks, you know what? In anime terms, he's brainy because he has tiny little glasses that he wears.
Actually, just a leaf mask with little holes carved in it.
Yeah. He yells something in Goblin.
Tuffy!
As he yells that, he runs forward up on Okaat and
Okaat, who's busy with her phone, adding Goblin to her Duolingo account.
and he's going to take a swing on Okaat. Okaat does a 15 hit you.
Yes.
So with that being said, he hits you. After that furious cry, he goes and just smacks you in your many arms, dealing you 5 points of damage as the one who you've been targeting up to this point retreats back. And he's going to absorb 2 opportunity attacks if you choose to.
Yeah.
This will eat your reaction.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Rizz and Okaat get an opportunity attack on Thrain the Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to take it.
I think it'll be taken. Although Rizz is going to see what Okaat does first.
I mean, Okaat's going to attack regardless of what the question is. That's the answer.
An attack with advantage.
Okay, that'll hit.
Nice.
Damage.
On 18.
Woof.
6 damage. Ooh.
Wow.
Kerplow.
He does not like it. You stab him right in the side. He's like, ah! As in Goblin.
He's still up. So
He's still up.
Okay, then I
You know,
will.
is the same in Goblin as common.
You would think so,
Yeah.
but it's much like how they say how different animals in different languages, what sounds they make.
It depends on how you stress the vowel. It could either be "ow, that hurt" or "oh, mother."
Yeah.
That'll be a 22 to hit.
Not going to hit, actually. It's so crazy.
5 damage to him.
Ooh, okay. Woof. He takes that mace damage, and he looks like he's hanging on by a thread, but he limps away.
As he's going, Riz is just going to be like, stay back. Stay there. Don't fight anymore.
And then there's like another anime shot of Okaat and Rizz, like back to back, doing little like peace signs over their eyes with one foot up.
Yes.
It's like bing.
Yeah.
As they are anime posing for all the world to see, Vercevaron, what are you doing?
I'm going to move forward, and I say to him, this doesn't have to end with any death. Follow your brethren. Leave now.
Or can end in death. I'm cool with ending in death. Up to you.
Also, I'm standing fully in the glory of my own fairy fire.
Are you say? Oh yeah, so you glow violet as you yell this command to the smart.
Yeah, and I would like to do an intimidation check if that's something that I can do. I don't even know if I'm good at it.
Yeah, you got to go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just calling it out. Oh, I got a check mark next to it, so that sounds good. Yeah, I'm trying to intimidate this person to just leave. Like, we knocked one out. Another person who's never been hit is dragging the knocked out person away. Another person tried to escape barely. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So roll me that intimidation check, and I think because of like the work that your group is putting in, you get
circumstantial
circumstantial
advantage.
Yeah.
Leave now. Keep your life. 16, my best roll total.
Okay. Perfect. He listens to you in anime style. Light passes by and it blanks out his eyes for a moment. His glasses shimmer.
So can I add some flourish to this?
Of course.
With my now slightly deflowered staff of flowering, I want to kind of swing it down between him and Okaat to sort of like visually like, hey, just go, but like
knock it off.
Let's just end the fighting here.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that, so Okaat can interpret as she sees fit. But that's the motion I do with this with my intimidation threat.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
And then out loud, leave now and keep your life.
Yeah, you know what? I am just gonna ready in action.
Because he may not leave. That's his choice.
Right. Yeah, but like I am gonna respect Vercevaron, and I am going to just be prepared to shiv this motherfucker if he makes a move. He doesn't make a move, I won't make a move.
I think this is maybe the most important question I will ever ask you, Sadie.
Okay.
Are you still anime posing as you hold your action?
Oh, obviously. I've still got one hand up doing the peace sign over my eyes, and the other one is creeping towards my dagger.
Oh, nice.
Sleeps in an anime pose.
Oh, man. Awesome. Okay, and Rizz, what do you do?
So the main dude is gone. The other guy that was hanging back is dragging his friend to safety, and I assume does not look like he is going to attack anytime soon.
No, he is fully concerned with getting the one that you sack tapped into submission out of the battlefield.
Beautiful. That's great.
Right in the goblinoids.
I'm going to go ahead and target the last one with the anime glasses, and I'm going to cast Charm Person. So I need a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay, and does so with advantage if you or your companion is charmed. And
oh, that's a fucking cantrip? That's amazing.
Okay, well,
I'm
let's
gonna change all my life choices.
see.
Turn that bugbear into a hug bear.
Yeah.
Let's get Liwayway out here and start holding some hands.
That's with advantage if you and your. Okay, so as you start to try to charm him, what with your very awesome, looking just fucking fab and anime as hell.
I would like to say she's there glowing purple. Her eyes kind of like go over with a golden light that just sort of, like covers all of her eyes, and she does just a slight little like motion with her hands, and as she's looking at him directly and kind of muttering under her breath.
It's like a sweep backing the mohawk. That's the.
Yeah, there you go. Just like whoosh.
I'm area effects charmed right now. I promise you.
Are you enchanted yet?
So dirty.
Yes.
Why does that sound so dirty?
As you are looking at him, you can see that the rim of his glasses flash momentarily to match the same color that you were giving off. However, that color goes off as he studies you and sees what's going on. He holds his club at the ready as we cut back indoors.
Dun, dun, dun.
What? Who was Wobbles doing anything? I don't think so. So we're gonna jump to
No,
Liwayway.
he already did it. No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it and everything. It happened.
Wobbles.
And she just kept walking,
Wobbles.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
Do you need a mattress delivered to you, squished up in a blue box?
Boy, howdy, do I ever. But where could I possibly find one?
Wobbles, I would love for you to give me a sleight of hand check.
Before you do, as I said, Liwayway clocked this.
I knew it was gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
What are you up to?
You knew Emily was gonna Emily. Why are you
So,
Yeah.
Wobbles,
Let her
you are
cook.
going to feel a sudden surge of luck.
Like, your hand has just come up at the, I don't know, card table. I don't gamble, I don't know.
No, you're nailing it.
I
That's
feel
true.
that's an actual
That's the way it
Liwayway
works.
answer. I don't know. I don't gamble.
And what that does is it essentially gives you an advantage on this roll.
Nice.
Is this guidance?
No. This is a thing called gold luck.
Oh, gold luck.
A
That's
12.
a 12.
Okay, Wobbles, as you are trying to reach your hand as she passes you, suddenly you feel her hand on top of yours. And she goes, no. As she takes your hand and very delicately removes it from her pocket and deposits it outside. Now, we're going to stop that, okay?
Oh, yeah. Could you reach that top shelf liquor for me? I clearly can't reach.
Like you were just tapping her.
Yeah. Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Man, that's very clever.
I love it.
She goes, no, I will get Poe to do that. As she steps inside and closes the door.
So I'm alone. I have a split second of alone time.
Indeed you do, my friend.
Treasure it.
Huh. What's holding up the top shelf of liquor?
A shelf. The top one, in fact.
What's up, Phil?
Well, like what I guess what's holding up the actual shelf? Like,
So there's two. Little troublemaker. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like Parker was the kid in daycare that the minders knew they always had to keep an eye on.
I have a party of people I have to keep an eye on all the time. So, be a panopticon.
Hey, this was your idea, remember?
A one-man opticon. Stupid. What is
An omniopticon.
an omniopticon? Okay. So I'm going to ask you to repeat your question to me so I can just stew on it for a little bit longer, buddy.
here I'll rephrase it. Where can I throw my dagger to break the top shelf?
Great question. Love that question, my friend.
It's gonna happen. It's just, where does the dagger go?
My friend, why are you the way that you are? What you notice, Wobbles, is this is very finely apportioned wood. The top shelf is, great construction, wonderful construction. What I think you get the sense of is, as you take a breath through your nose, it does smell weirdly mildewy at this location. And as you look, you can see that there is one part of discolored wood that seems like it is load-bearing but weak for some reason, which doesn't make sense given your environs and given the givens. So if I were you, I wouldn't aim at that spot. If me, the GM, were you, I wouldn't do that at all. Aim, I don't know, over where Liwayway is, I guess.
Actually, throwing the dagger is hard to justify, so he's gonna, as quickly as he can, try and climb up there, but really try and break it and not climb it, but make it look like he's trying to climb up there, but he's trying to rip that thing out with all 35 pounds of him.
Okay, well, I love this for you. There are casks right by you, so you can climb up there. I will say, because the door is closed, I'm just going to give that to you for free for nothing. So when it comes to breaking it, however, what I'm going to request of you, my friend, is I would love for you to roll me an athletics or a strength check.
But it's mildewy.
It is mildewy, so that might
That's what we're checking.
so it might make the DC lower.
Ooh, so it's either a -1 or a -1.
I would love for you to go for the -1 option.
No, I think you should go -1.
Ooh,
Oh, Wobble!
16.
Grand total
16. So as Wobbles gets to the top and spots that mildewy area, Wobbles. As Wobbles is at work right now, and Liwayway has painstakingly written swear jar. What is she doing after doing that?
Well, noticing, I think the minute that Corgan stepped out of the room and shut the door, she would have stopped, regardless of where she was in that process, and just put that down and then skipped on over here. Not literally skipped, in this instance. She's going straight for that table and just looking and seeing what she can find at it.
Okay, perfect. As you do that, the kobold follows you, and what he led you to was a book by Rilke Silt called A Brief History of the World Before Now. It is an enormous tome.
Books. Great, books. Okay, I can do this.
She's gonna pick that up.
Hey, grab my swear jar, will you?
Actually, she would have said that as they were going.
Grab swear jar.
He nods enthusiastically, grabs it, and toddles over with it to be by your side. Jura Peridot is kind of like watching what's going on. You hear him like, "Oh, not in the bean bags."
Right in the breadsticks.
My breadsticks.
He's gonna kind of glance around and then scurry on past Peridot and into a seat at this table and just nod for the kobold to get in ahead of her, here.
Yeah, so as she takes the book, which Jura Peridot was at, she then goes right where the landing where the other fighters who are dealing with the bugbears were. So you were completely out of sight of even where Corgan, if she were to suddenly come out for, I don't know what could draw her out, honestly. Probably nothing, really. Nothing that's currently happening, Waggles. No story, Wobbles. So
She's keeping an ear open for somebody yelling. But her focus is on trying to figure out if there's a place in this book where somebody's earmarked a page or something.
Actually, I think as you start to open the book, the little kobold immediately hops on the table. It's nice thing, or he tries to, but he has the swear. He's still he's hugging the swear jar as he tries to position himself to get onto the table with the swear jar, so he doesn't have use of his arms right now.
I'll drop the book and help him.
Oh my god.
As you do that, he climbs on board and he starts to flip through the pages, suddenly reaching a section. And as he does, and you are about to read it, crash, you hear from right where Wobbles was. I don't know how he did it. That kid just gets into so much trouble. What in tarnation? And then you see, what are you doing, Wobbles?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just I didn't want to be a bother to you and the bartender, so I tried to do it myself.
So you became so much more of a bother. Oh.
Yeah, not the first time I heard that. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm ruining everything. I'm just trying to have a good time. And I can't even do that.
Oh, no.
As he sits covered in broken bottles and alcohol.
Sucking whiskey out of his sleeve.
Oh, God. Okay, as that's happening, hey, team outside.
You beat him up.
Anime?
Huh?
Team Anime.
Team Anime. Yes, yes, that's 100% correct. Team Anime. As Thrang the Conqueror retreats fully, and the other two, the one who was dragging the other one, also start to beat feet. The one with the glasses.
You got a decision to make.
looking at the three of you, he makes a quick survey, seeing what you guys do when the others leave. And
I thought Praying the Conqueror was the one who was right next to me with the glasses.
No.
No.
Thrang was the one that you were beating up, and he retreated. Then the smart one came.
the
right,
smart
right,
one
right.
that was hanging
This is
back.
the guy
came
with
up.
glass rim, grass
Okay.
glasses.
Yeah.
And he surveys this. And I think Liwayway, from your position inside, you get a good view of this glasses wearing bugbear, and you notice him. He doesn't have a sheath. Clubs don't come with sheaths, I don't think. He just.
Not typically.
But for this guy, he does. He holsters it like a katana on his back.
Just a potato sack that says club.
Oh, that's canon. Yes, it is a potato sack on his back that reads
No
club.
wrong.
Yeah,
With a K.
With a K. He holsters it, looks at the three of you as he retreats and kind of winces, ready for an attack as he gets out of your way. With that, does anybody take an opportunity attack on him?
Ooh, I have a
Nope.
question. Riz did a charm person on this
He
fella.
overcame it.
Oh, he overcame it. Okay, yep.
Okay.
Asked and answered. Thank you.
He was close, but he just got over it.
Sure. Fear will do that to you.
It does. And seeing that nobody attacks him, he slightly inclines his head and
Hang on. I cast Thaumaturgy.
Hang on. Seeing as no one attacks him, hang on. Oh, God.
I cast Thaumaturgy to make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud. So I can say, hate to see you leave, but love to watch you go.
I think inside you hear Jur Peridot, someone that you don't know, like, exactly. As Team Anime, you have repelled the.
I want to do something if I'm allowed to make actions now that this is over.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm walking back into the inn that we're in. I'm walking over to the bar. I'm walking behind the bar. And then I'm going to push the button that that lady pushed that I saw earlier, turned on the alarm.
Okay,
Well,
we will.
Vercevaron seems like he's on a mission, so Okaat's going to follow.
Okay, so does it give him any sort of pause to see her there, right there with Wobbles and all the glass and alcohol?
No, I walk behind the bar. I look at Wobbles covered in alcohol and glass and just think to myself, okay.
Okaat actually pulls up to a seat in front of the bar, points at Wobbles, and says, I'll have what he's having.
I lock on Bouffant, push the button, and say, what is going on?
As she looks at you, she thinks for a moment, looks at Wobbles, looks at Vercevaron, looks at Okaat, and just mutters to herself,
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
I think it's time for us to talk to the manager. And
Okay, Karen.
that would be the end of it.
Thank you for listening to What's Your Damage Season 2, featuring Ray Palmer as Liwayway, Sadie Blake as Okaat, Kate Ingram as Rizz Parcheesi, Douglas Gale as Vercevaron, Parker Postini as Wobbles Waggletop. Elliot Rose is our Dungeon Master. Audio engineering by Sadie Blake and Douglas Gale. All music created by Sadie Blake. Sound effect attributions can be found in the show notes.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. You can find more of What's Your Damage on Apple Music and Spotify, or on our website, wydpod.com. We've got maps, just gorgeous character art, and tons of lore for all needs to know. There's also going to be a sign-up for our newsletter, which features content warnings for all episodes upon release, because we think that's super important. And for those of you that want to chat with us on social media, because you love us so much, you can find us at WYD Pod, and that's WYDPODD on Instagram and Threads, as well as a bunch of others listed on our website. In case you don't like those first two, you can find us elsewhere, because if there's a place to be, we're probably there already. So, please stop by, say hi. We would all genuinely love to hear from you.
Do you need a mattress delivered to you, squished up in a little box?
Boy, howdy, do I ever. But where could I possibly find one?